Good morning, children. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to do the grammar book and the topic is pronouns. So what is a pronoun exactly, children? You already know what is a noun. What's a noun? Noun is the name of anything. Name of a person, name of a place, name of animals, name of things. All the names are together called as nouns. Then what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. So when we have to replace noun with any word, we use a pronoun. Examples are given, children. He, she, it, they, them, you, us, we, himself. These are all the words used in place of a noun. We replace noun with these words. Such words are called pronouns. But why do we need to replace a noun, children? For example, I'll tell you a sentence. Rani bought a pencil because Rani wanted to write notes. In this sentence, the noun is Rani. I am using the word Rani twice. Rani bought a pencil because Rani wanted to write. Now, if I have to replace the noun with a pronoun, because Rani is a female, I have to use she. The sentence would be like this. Rani bought a pencil because she wanted to write. So what did I do? The second place of noun, that is Rani in the second place, I have replaced with she. Rani bought a pencil because she wanted to write. So what is the use of pronoun, children? Pronoun makes the sentence simple and easily understood. So we use pronouns to make the sentences simple and also make them understandable. Before we get into the examples of pronouns, children, let us know what is first person, second person and third person. For example, if two people are in a room, Rahul and Ravi are in a room and they are talking about Rehan. He is not in that room, he is in his house. But these two people are talking about Rehan. So Rahul is talking here and telling, I know Rehan is intelligent. So Rahul is telling about Rehan who is not in the room. He is telling to whom? To Ravi. So Rahul is the speaker. Who is speaking? That person is called first person. And who is listening? Ravi is listening. So Ravi is the second person. And they are talking about whom? They are talking about Rehan. Easy with them? He is not in the room. He is not with them. So the person about whom they are talking, that is the third person. Did you understand, children? First person is the speaker or the one who does the action. Second person is who is listening to it. And the third person is about whom it is being said. Now let us look at the examples, children. I am in the room. I am. That means who? I. So that is the first person. You come into the room. So I am telling you, you come into the room. So I am first person. You, to whom I am telling, you are the second person. Then he or she came into the room. So he or she, that is third person. Did you understand? Now this second table has got the examples for first person, second person, third person. First person always should have I in that. So whatever is connected to I comes under first person. See, I, we, W-E-V. That means along with me, many are there. I and many others. Me, us, my, mine, our, ours. So in all these examples, there is the first person present. That is I. Second person, you, your, yours. Whoever is listening or receiving that action. Third person, he, his, him, her, hers, she. So these are all third person about whom it is being talked. Now let us look at these examples, children. We have something called as subject and object in pronouns, children. So what is a subject? Now if you look at this third table, first sentence, I kicked the ball. I is in highlighted. So you can see I is highlighted. So who kicked the ball? I. So when we talk about what or who, that is called the subject of a sentence. So every sentence contains two parts, subject and also object. So what is a subject? Subject is the doer of the action or about whom we are talking. So I is the subject. So what did I do? I kicked the ball. So what did I do? Kicked the ball. So ball is the object, children. So how can ball be object? Because ball is receiving the kicking, right? So what is kicked? Ball is kicked. So ball is the object. Remember, children, subject is the doer of the action or the speaker, and object receives that action or takes that action. The next example, if you see, John kicked the ball to me. So who kicked the ball? John. So that is subject. And to whom did he kick? To me. So me is the object, children. So the doer of the action is subject and receiver of the action is object, children. So here are many such examples of subject and object. So personal pronoun is the first kind of pronoun, children. There are many kinds of pronouns. Personal pronoun is the first kind. So what are personal pronouns? Personal pronouns stand for three persons. We have already discussed the first person, the second person, the third person. So who is the first person? First person is the person who is speaking. I, we, me, mine, us, ours. These are examples of first person. That is, the persons who speak, they are called as first persons. The second person. So who is the second person? The person who's spoken to. So who is listening to it? That is second person. You, yours. The third person. The person or thing spoken of. So about which thing or about which person are we speaking? That becomes the third person. Examples: he, she, it, him, her, his, hers, they, them, theirs. Did you understand, children? The first person, the second person and the third person. Then let us look at the position of personal pronouns, children. Pronouns I, we, you, he, she, it, they are used in the subject position. So these pronouns, children, I, we, you, he, she, it and they. These pronouns are used in the position of subject. We have already discussed what is a subject, what is an object. What is a subject? Which does the action. So we walked in the rain. Who walked? We. So we is doing the action. That is the subject. You are wasting time. Who is wasting time? You. So whoever does the action, that is the subject. So we and you are the subject, children. Pronouns me, us, you, him, her, it, them are used in the object position. Note that it and you are used both in subject and object position. So these other pronouns, children, like me, us, you, him, her, it and them, these are used in object position. So what is an object, children? Object is the receiver of the action. So whatever action is done, who is receiving it? Who is taking it? That is the object. So Ramesh gave me a pen. So who gave? Ramesh. So Ramesh is the subject. Gave pen to whom? To me. So I am taking the pen. I am receiving the pen. So receiver of the action, me, is the object. They bought it in the market. They. Who bought? They. So they is the subject. Bought. They bought what? It. So it is the object, children. Did you understand? Subject, object, first person, second person and third person. Children, we have the third one. The pronouns my, our, your, his, her, their and its are called possessive adjectives. The pronouns mine, ours, yours, his, hers, theirs are called possessive pronouns. His is used both as a possessive adjective and as a possessive pronoun. Now first let us look at adjective, children. Let us revise it. We have already done with all the parts of speech. So let us revise adjectives once. Look at the box given below. This is a blue pen. So pen is a noun because it is a name of a thing. So I am talking about noun. So I am describing noun. How am I describing it? It is blue in color. So what describes a noun? That is an adjective. So blue is adjective. Did you understand, children? Whatever describes a noun, gives information about noun, that is called adjective. Now you already know adjective. There is one more sentence. This is my pen. Pen is a noun. Whose pen it is? My. So this is again adjective. But what is the difference between this above sentence and this one? In this sentence, this is my pen. I am telling it is mine. I am showing the belonging. It is mine. I am telling it belongs to me. It is mine only. It is not other person's. Possession or belonging I am showing. Such words are called possessive adjectives. So my is a possessive adjective. If you look at the box, children, it is my book. It is his book. These are their books. We are telling the possession. It is theirs only. It cannot be others. So those words are called possessive adjectives. So my, his, their. These are possessive adjectives. Then how will they convert to possessive pronouns? So if we have to change them into pronouns, they'll become my becomes mine, his becomes his, and their theirs. Did you understand? Book is mine. If I say that is mine, that is a possessive pronoun. The book is his. His is a possessive pronoun. The books are theirs. Theirs is a possessive pronoun. So possessive word tells us, children, that it belongs to someone. It is their own thing. It cannot be someone else. Did you understand? The next type is relative pronouns, children. What is a relative pronoun? A relative pronoun is both a pronoun and a conjunction. It is used to join two sentences. So we have already learnt about conjunctions in parts of speech, children. Conjunctions are the words which join two sentences. Which join sentences, they are called conjunctions. So relative pronouns also act like conjunctions. Examples are who, whose, whom, which and that. Now see the sentences, children. He has found the bag. He had lost the bag. Two sentences. He has found the bag. He had lost the bag. Now I have to combine these two sentences and make them as one. So I have to use the relative pronoun which. So that becomes he has found the bag which he had lost. So I am joining two sentences, combining two sentences and making them as one sentence with the relative pronoun called as which. The second sentence. I met a boy. The boy was wearing a blue shirt. Two sentences, children. I have to combine them and make them as one sentence. I met the boy who was wearing a blue shirt. So who is the relative pronoun, children, which is joining these two sentences and making them as one sentence. Third example. The man has come. You wanted to meet him. two sentences. The man whom you wanted to meet has come. So whom is the relative pronoun which is combining these two sentences and making them as one sentence. So did you understand the use or purpose of relative pronoun, children? It acts like a pronoun. At the same times it joins two sentences and makes them as one. So acts as a conjunction. So here is the table of relative pronouns, children. Who, whom, which, whose and that. These are examples of relative pronouns. Who and whom are used for people, for persons or for human beings. Which is used for things and also for animals. Which is not used for human beings or persons. Whose and that. It is used for persons and things. Examples are given. The thief who stole my purse was caught. So thief is a person. So we use who. He is the man whom I helped. Man is a person. So the relative pronoun is whom. So who and whom are used for persons. Please give me the book which is mine. So here book is a thing. So we use the relative pronoun which. This is the dog which bit me. Dog is an animal. So we use the relative pronoun which. So for animals and things, which is the relative pronoun used. The child whose toy was stolen was crying. Now child is a person. So we use the relative pronoun whose. The chair whose leg was broken has been repaired. Chair is a thing. We use whose. The bag that you chose is very expensive. Bag is a thing. So we use that. The man that you met in the market is my neighbor. Man again is a person. So we use that. Whose and that are used for persons and things. Now the next kind of pronouns is interrogative pronouns, children. The word interrogative means questioning someone, questioning about something. So what is an interrogative pronoun? An interrogative pronoun is one that introduces a question. Who, what, which, whom and whose are interrogative pronouns. So whenever a question arises, the pronouns which are used, they are called as interrogative pronouns. The pronouns which are used to form a question, which are used to question something or ask question, they are called as interrogative pronouns. You can see, what is your name? When I use what, it becomes a question. So what is a interrogative pronoun? Who is the monitor of the class? Who? An interrogative pronoun. So when the word who is used, the sentence is converting to a question. So this is an interrogative pronoun. Which is my book? Which is an interrogative pronoun. Whose is this cap? Again, this is a question. So whose is an interrogative pronoun. Whom did you meet? Whom is an interrogative pronoun. So in these examples, what, who, which, whose and whom, they are interrogative pronouns because they are used to ask questions or question something or question someone. They are not used to join sentences or they are not used to form a sentence.